What is good, boys? In this video, I'm going to be talking about should you focus on money first or should you focus on girls? So, I've had a ton of experience with this starting out when I was 14 years old, wanting to pursue money and being the most socially awkward kid, to now having many different experiences, mixing trying to get money and girls, focusing just on money only once again after being social, and then also having periods where I just focused on girls and just kind of get away from the money, getting distracted from focusing on my true purpose. So I've experienced it all. So I'm going to be telling you some of those stories, telling you what I think is truly going to be the best method for you if you want to have success with both of these. So the thing is, everyone wants money. Every single one of you, every guy watching this, you want to have money and you want to have success. You want to have that freedom, be able to live the life that you want, not be stuck in a 9 to 5. So that is probably one of the most important things to you. But in the end of the day, we're all guys here. We do want girls as well. Some of us, want to be more of the playboys and get with a bunch of girls. Other of us just want to have a family and, have that long-term relationship. So no matter what your goal is, I think it's super important to incorporate girls throughout the process. The way that you incorporate girls in this mix is going to be extremely important. So to start off, when I was 14 years old, then I just started working on entrepreneurship and wanting to, break free from the 9 to 5 and not go to college. So I decided to pick up the path of learning how to trade stocks. I was pursuing this, so every day after school I would learn. I honestly back then didn't have the work ethic I do now, so I didn't put enough into it to succeed. I did have a couple successful ventures with it, and I have made some money from stocks. I learned a ton from it. But during that time, I was super socially awkward to the point where I really only got with about 3 girls by the time I left. Yeah, 2 or 3 by the time I left high school. So I was really still socially awkward. I was not good at getting girls. And I mean, that's the perfect place to experiment when you're just stuck in a school, all girls your age. I mean, if you put me back in high school with the mindset I have now, I would do things so much different. So I would have really recommended for myself in that position to talk more to girls and get more socially comfortable, being that social skills is what's allowed me to make all my money now. So these are things I had to develop anyway. So ignoring girls and just focusing on money is definitely going to harm you for the long run. Girls is part of self-improvement. Being able to be very socially competent, especially with girls, is going to gain you the respect of men, especially other high-level men that are on their path. If you're better at getting girls in them, but you're just one step behind, you can help them get girls and they're going to want to be around you. So there's so many different ways you can play this angle of being competent with girls. So it's definitely something you should work on, and also just for yourself. I mean, to just be single your entire life would kind of be a miserable existence. To have female companionship is going to be something that's really going to allow you to feel fulfilled to the fullest level. Just having money and success is not going to give that full feeling and the full human experience that you're looking for. So let's go forward a little bit let's go to when I first started getting social. So the first bout of success I had with girls was right after I turned 19. I had a breakup. I went into a ton of self-improvement, and I was actually trying social media. This was about 3 years ago. And then I came to Sweden and I just got with a bunch of girls. So I kind of got distracted from that whole purpose and thing that I was working on, the social media, developing myself, and I just focused on getting girls. And as it was great and it did develop a ton of self-confidence for me within, it really distracted me from my purpose. And then I went on to learn sales. I did mix getting girls and working on sales, so that was a good period of my life. And then once again, I came back to Sweden, got distracted again, man. These Swedish girls, they get the blonde hair, blue eyes, man. The past 2 years I came to Sweden, they've distracted me from my purpose. And there was a point when, there was 1 week when I literally just spent so much time with girls. I went from one girl's place to the next for like a week. I barely had time to eat. I was trying to squeeze in meals just because I was hanging out with girls nonstop. And my friend from the US was here visiting me as well. And he was getting with his girl that he was seeing. So we were just having a really fun time, but we didn't get much accomplished in terms of our purpose, our mission, making money or anything like that. I did have something going on with my trading. Like I said, I've been doing stocks since 14, so I was able to make money. It wasn't anything crazy. It was like 300 to 500 a week. and that was pretty consistent throughout the summer, so it allowed me to just have fun and get with girls. But I really wasn't putting my all into my purpose and making money the way that I am now. Now I make thousands of dollars a week. And now I'm at a point where I can balance it a little bit better. Sometimes you have to go through those trials and errors, going from extremes to extremes, to be able to find the path and the middle, the happy medium, where you can actually mix both of them, have success in business and whatever money entrepreneurship you're pursuing, as well as getting girls. So the last story I want to tell you is when, after that summer, I was just getting a ton of girls and that's all I focused on. I decided to pursue entrepreneurship and business full time. It was not like a half-assed thing that I was doing anymore. I went all in. And I decided to put away girls and put that aside for a good period of time. So for about at least 9 months, I didn't get with girls. I only ended up getting with one girl during that time. I went to a couple parties towards the end of that with a couple friends before I left Florida. And then I ended up just pursuing entrepreneurship, super focused, super dialed, reading a ton of books, just really working on myself and developing in all ways possible. I failed for the first 7 months, but then in the last 3 months before coming to Sweden, I had massive success and I built my business, and that's where I'm at now, making thousands of dollars a week. So once I reintegrated into society, I obviously wanted to get girls. This is something I've wanted now for a long time, since I last left Sweden. And one thing I noticed was that after being out of society for so long, just focusing on business, not really socializing much, when I first got here and I started talking to all these people I knew, I was talking to girls, all this stuff, I actually had a little social anxiety, which is something I struggled with in the past and I'd overcome. But being out of society, not talking to girls, it definitely was a negative. And I would have wanted to at least be out and social, even if I only had like 1 or 3, maybe 4 drinks at the most, once on the weekends. I think that would have really helped me in the long run, getting with a couple girls during that time of pursuing entrepreneurship, or having something longer term if I could have developed it with a girl. So I think going into that extreme once again of like that monk mode, just pursuing entrepreneurship, it did hurt me. I quickly snapped out of it because of all the experiences I've had and how much I've developed myself socially. So it only took me like a week or 2 to get back into the mix. And now I'm having a great time getting with girls, as well as focusing on my entrepreneurship. I mean, my business is many different things that I do, between the sales, recording content, all these different things. But now it took me a little bit once I reintegrated between getting with girls. I got all excited. I was always trying to hang out with them and squeeze them in during the week as well. One thing I noticed is that when I was doing that, it hurt my business for sure. So when I started just focusing on purely myself during the week, and then allowing myself to have fun on the weekends, or just doing something at night after the work is done, like late at night, that is what's allowed me to have the best success. So it really comes down to that balance. Not being on your phone, texting these girls all day, but doing the work that you need to do. And then on the weekends, yeah, of course, have fun. Go meet some girls if you want to drink too and party. That's fine. But just make sure that you get dialed in during the week. And those 5 days that you're working, you're giving it 110% on every single aspect between your personal development, learning and growing that way. And then you do your work, you really give that your all. And then, yeah, let loose, have fun on the weekends. If you're able to develop something longer term, that's awesome. And then you don't have to party and get distracted, and that can deter from you a little bit. I definitely see it being a little bit of a challenge to stay focused after drinking and partying. Like on that Sunday, I definitely feel a little down, but you can quickly snap out of it. But if you had something longer term and you had a girl that you were seeing consistently and she was a good girl that supported you on your path, I think that would be awesome. That's something I aspire to one day have, if I can find the right one, hopefully. But I definitely think, so the message of the whole story, between all the stories I've told you of my experiences, is that I definitely think you should be integrating girls into your life whilst pursuing entrepreneurship and trying to make money. I think it's going to give you the best balance, and to ignore girls is to ignore a part of yourself. So if you've got any value from this video, please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you do want to learn how to make money, you can join my free school course down below, where I show you how to get started in high ticket sales, and I can help you start making money anywhere in the world by simply just taking sales calls, working for influencers who are already successfully selling a coaching or mentorship program. This is how you can earn commissions without having to own a business or have any crazy skill sets. All you need is to be good at one skill set, and that's the ability to sell. So if that sounds of interest, go ahead and join that. It's free. It's everything I've learned about sales. We can help get you started in there. And please please comment down below what your opinion is on mixing girls and money. I would love to hear it from you. All right, see you guys in the next video.